parroted memorized excuses for the bruises. He fell out of bed, hit a nightstand. The answers came too fast, rehearsed. Noting the boy's thin wrists, the deputy changed tactics. He asked about hunger, about fear. The boy deflected. Finally, after a long silence, the boy whispered his father didn't hit him, a statement that was clearly not the full truth. Inside, the father's story spilled out. Ex-military, he claimed his son had behavioral problems. Grounding and spanking having failed, he'd switched to exercise discipline. Planks on hotel carpet until the boy's forehead was raw. The facial bruise? The father said he jumped up to yell, and the boy recoiled into a table leg. He admitted to using a belt. Each sentence introduced new problems: ADHD, a candy wrapper, a neglected lizard, but none explained the constellation of injuries. The deputy stood up. He walked outside to his partner, comparing notes. The father's story was long and defensive. The boy's was short and identical. That wasn't a coincidence. The deputy knelt again and asked the boy to roll up his sleeves. Beneath the hoodie, bruises bloomed, fresh purple and faded yellow, covering both forearms. Lifting his shirt revealed more: ribs, stomach, and a fist-sized bruise dead center on his chest. After a full minute of silence, the boy whispered his father had punched him that morning and hit him with a broom and a broken back scratcher. Then the boy wrote it all down in neat, careful handwriting. He described daily beatings, sleeping alone in a separate hotel room, and the crushing fear of going back. When he finished, he handed the paper to the deputy. The deputy folded the boy's statement into his chest pocket. He walked back to the father, who sat with hands flat on the table, calculating. The deputy announced the father was being detained. The man immediately protested: surgery, military service, excuses. He pulled back when the deputy reached for his wrist, but another officer moved in. Together, they cuffed him. The confused mother began to cry as she was charged with child neglect. The younger daughter finally looked up, watching silently as her parents were led away. The stepfather was charged with aggravated child abuse, a first-degree felony carrying a potential life sentence. At the hospital, doctors found horrors beyond the restaurant bruises: old, untreated rib fractures and scars on the boy's back in various healing stages, evidence of months of blunt force trauma. The stepfather went to trial, arguing he was merely a strict parent under stress. The jury saw the photos, read the boy's statement, and deliberated less than 2 hours. The verdict: guilty on all counts. The judge sentenced the stepfather to life in prison. The mother received 5 years probation and lost all custody. The boy was placed with an out-of-state relative. He now eats 3 meals a day.